We have less than 4 weeks before the federal elections take place in Australia, and in fact even less than that before the pre-polling booths will open up. So I'm feeling some urgency to make contact with you and to introduce myself and to talk to you a little bit about why the Trumpet of Patriots Party and what policies we stand for. The truth is that what I usually get asked is, why did you join Clive Palmer's party, which makes me smile a little bit. I didn't join the party for Clive Palmer. I joined the party, the Trumpet of Patriots, because I like their policies. This party has strong policies, very, very down-to-earth policies and answers to some of the problems that we have. I haven't found yet a policy with the Trumpet of Patriots that I can't firmly agree with, and that's something unusual for me. There is, though, a secondary reason, or maybe even a more foundational reason why I was looking at the Trumpet of Patriots and other minor parties. And that is because I've become severely disillusioned with the major parties in our federal system. The Labor Party and the Liberal Party, to a lesser extent the National Party. It's usually the Liberal Party that we're talking about. And I have found that, for me, they have drifted away from what I understand they're there for, who the grassroots people are. They've drifted away from us and they're no longer representing us. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that the problems that we have in Australia today, the very pressing problems that we have in Australia today, have been caused by the mismanagement and the lack of vision and the drift towards woke politics from the Labor Party and from the Liberal Party. And it's a bit rich to expect that they might then be able to solve the problems that they themselves have contributed to. My reason for raising this issue is that many of us, most of us, go to the polls with some idea of loyalty to a group that we support and that they support us. And so I challenge that premise that we should function out of loyalty at the polling booth. For myself, my loyalties lie first to my God, to my family, and then to my nation, not to some political party, some historic political party that has drifted a long way from its roots. To be clear, I'm not having an attack at the candidates for the major parties. I know of good men and women who are campaigning for the Labor Party and for the Liberal Party, and they're entitled to have their own view on these things, as I am. But what I'd say is they are going to find that they struggle with the way that the decisions are made in their party, the backroom deals between the bureaucrats and the commercial interests that drive those parties. And oftentimes you hear members of those major parties really struggling to get a voice, really struggling to represent their own people before the parliament. I don't want to be in that situation. I'd rather be in a party that from the grassroots, from the very foundations, says things that I agree with, that says things that I couldn't say better myself, and is willing and all up front, willing to stand for those things. So we do need to go on at another time to talk about some of the policies of the Trumpet of Patriots, things which resonate with me, and I'd like to share some of those with you. These things we'll talk about at another time, but for now I want to say to you, guys, is it time for you to consider your loyalty to that historic party that you've been welded onto, that you've been glued to for some decades now? Is it time for you to say, no, I think that we need to try something different? I believe it's time for Australians to stand up for their country. I believe that Australia needs patriots, and I mean people who are willing to give their time and their loyalty and their vote to the good of our nation. Let's make Australia the best it can be. Let's see our best days yet. Let's see the promise that this country gives to us fulfilled in our days, for us and for our children and for our grandchildren. And I ask you to come and join me in this campaign, me and the other candidates for the Trumpet of Patriots, and across Australia. Come and give us your time and give us your vote, and let's see if we can turn it around and bring it back to the fulfilment of what it should be. Australia needs patriots. That's my challenge to you.